pause that for a minute or two or three, depending on how long I'm going to talk. I'm here again. Okay. Look, I've been getting a lot of questions. It's like 2 weekends ago, I was on Facebook. Am I not in Facebook, right? And I was chatting with a buddy in Japan who's actually looking at a home down south in King County. Why King County? I don't know. That's too far from a Navy base. But they had a question about some other realtors who were contacting him with regards to purchase of a home. Nothing wrong with that. That's our job, you know. And by the way, if you're a recruiter, and I was for 6 years, phone's the best thing, right? And we always contact them all the time. So keep plugging. My point is, he's been getting a lot of communications from other realtors. Obviously, for trying to get the business. And again, there's nothing wrong with that if you're a realtor. But what he finds interesting is that almost everybody, every one of those realtors are saying they're military friendly. And some of them are kids, you know, I mean, like, so I thought I'd make this video, not just to assist my brothers and my sisters, my sons and my daughters that are in the United States Navy, whether they're moving here in the Pacific Northwest, Virginia, Hawaii, I don't really care, San Diego, but to assist them, not just them, but the realtors that are going to be dealing with this service members, you know, because they're out there and they're going to rely on you to help them find that house. And what I think what's bugging most service members is that when you contact these folks, let me put myself now back in the military. If you don't know yet, I'm retired Navy. And after retirement from the Navy, I jumped into real estate in 2007. Of all times of the year to jump back in, the most horrible year to jump into real estate. You know, wherein every property was way down. That's another topic of conversation. So, when you have a military service member talking to you, and I'm the realtor, or the realtor has no background on military, but you quote yourself as military friendly, what does that really mean? Dude, man, you gotta have a little bit of, do your research, man. Google everything up. You don't have to open a book nowadays. Just push enter, Google Chrome, you know, Mozilla, military friendly, punch out the term, help yourself out. Because our military service members, they put in a lot, man. I'm deeply passionate with what they do because I used to be one of them. So if you're going to coin yourself military friendly, you better know your area, especially if there's a military facility. Up here in the Pacific Northwest, we got 8 Navy/other service installations. 5 of them are Navy. So at one point in time, if you're one of the 12,000 realtors in the state of Washington, you're going to end up bumping into a military service member, particularly Navy. So you better know your, you know, your stuff, okay? But to assist you further, here's what makes a military service member / dependent / family different. First off is this. Number one, listen, all right? You're a realtor, listen. When they call you up or you call them and they say, oh, I'm going up there and I'm going to be on leave. You know, it's what we call house hunting leave. I think that's still what it's called. I've been retired for a while. And they give you anywhere between 10 days to 2 weeks to go on leave. That's in the books, all right? Leave time in the military, you get 2.5 days a month. You get a full month leave every year, 2 weeks every 6 months, you know, do the math. So this time, those time allotted to them, those are invaluable time. That's all they got. And they have to spend on that. They gotta go fly to Luke Air Force Base in Arizona, Naval Air Station Pensacola. The Navy does not reimburse those. That's on their pocket, on their time. So when they say, I'm going to be there 2 to 3 days, I'll take a look at this and that, you better ask the right questions. Okay? Don't be taking them like 20 miles away from the closest Navy exchange or the closest BX. That ain't going to cut it. Know the terms, know the terminology. What's a PCS order? You know, permanent change of status or station. That means they are transferring. And if they're calling you, they're transferring to that neighborhood. Okay? Or if you're calling them. That means they only have so much time to look, to close, get the family there, get them to move before they go to work. And some of them might deploy after they move or during moving. You know, so that's what makes it different. These folks have more than just a life other than their home. You know, the majority of the time the wife stays. Well, sometimes the husband stays, and it's the wife that goes on deployment. But they just want a place to stay. They're not looking for a dream house. They'll do that once they retire. They want your help. Get them in there, close it, but make sure it's safe, expedite it expeditiously. Make sure you guide them through the process. All right? And most of the time, most military service members are very authoritative. You know, don't take that personally. It's that's the way of life that we all go through, we went through, you know. But as a salesperson, you should be able to adjust. That shouldn't be an issue. Okay. So we discussed length of time, house hunting leave, BAH, VHA. What are those? Basic allowance for housing, BAH, Bravo, Alpha Hotel, or Victor Hotel Alpha, VHA, variable housing allowance. The majority of the time, they don't want to go, oh, what is that, by the way? We get a housing allowance. Check that out. I mean, no, dude, we don't get paid a lot. So we get a housing allowance, depending on the locale, neighborhood. You know, Naval Air Station, Oak Harbor. You go live in Oak Harbor, you get a certain amount of allowance per month. Majority of the time, our military service members do not want to go beyond that amount because, you know, you got to take what's left out of your paycheck. You know, majority of the time, you know, we don't have enough left. So, if they say, well, my BAH is $1,400 a month, what is it telling you? $1,400 a month. Don't go above that. Oh man, this is a $450,000 house. Maybe we could squeeze this out another 16, 17. No! You just, you know, made the deal go south. All right? So again, if you're military friendly, that's not the way to do it. Learn the terms. All right? Majority of the time too, and this is not just military, any family member wants a good school district. Kind of difficult. I'm not saying that there's no good school district around a military facility, but sometimes you're stuck with it. Case in point, Everett Naval Station. 3 high schools, and you have 4 other surrounding neighborhoods that are really close by, maybe 12 miles of Naval Station Everett. Some of them good schools, some of them bad schools. We don't know what they're at, you know. Again, that's going to make the transaction go south. Listen, the only thing that the spouse really wants is a safe neighborhood. One of the things. Hello, I'm sorry. I'm doing a video here, listening to Bruno Mars, doing all that stuff. So I'm sorry.
No problem.
That's all right. Name's Marcus, sir. How are you?
Marcus, good to meet you.
Glad you mind.
We're just doing some drive-bys here real quick.
Do your research. That is just appropriate with any future homeowner. Walk around, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to shout, holler, you know, back in the show.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for swinging by.
Yeah.